Welcome, friends. Good morning. Welcome to your Sunday Relax and Reset class. My name is Nadine, and I'm really excited to share this new location I have found for you in the Botanical Gardens in Melbourne. We're in the Australian native section of the garden, so you can see lots of smaller gum trees and bigger gum trees behind me, which is what we tend to refer to them as. You might know them as eucalyptus trees, and they are my favorite tree, hands down, in the whole world. So I hope that you enjoy them. I hope you enjoy hearing the wind whisper through the leaves, as well as the native birds that make their homes here. So let's get started. I hope you've all had a great week as well. Enjoyed your classes in the week that we have just had, and are having a restful weekend. As per usual, set yourself up for success. 2 chairs, slide your shoes off, cushions, blankets, whatever you need to really relax and take this next little segment of time that you've carved out for yourself as an opportunity to reconnect, to find a little bit of a sense of peace and ease and relief within your physical body, your mind, and within your heart as well. I'm really happy to be here with you all today. It's another glorious day, so let's soak it up. Okay, so to start, as always, settle back in your chair. Relax your legs out in front of you. Heavy your spine into the support of your chair. Rest your hands on your lap and just close your eyes down. Settle in. Let's take 3 clearing breaths to help us arrive here today. Deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And again, inhale. And an exhale. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Let your breath now return back to a more natural, spontaneous rate. Bring your awareness to the front of your chest. And observe, feel into the rise and fall of your chest with each breath in and breath out. No need to manipulate your breath in any way today. Just notice as it moves through you. A sense of lift, brightness, upward energy as you inhale, and a settling in on the exhale. Enjoy another 3 to 5 breaths here. Feeling the breath, observing the breath as it moves through you. Last big breath in. Slow, steady breath out. At the end of that exhale, sit yourself up in your chair. You can keep your legs quite relaxed out in front of you. Blink your eyes open, and we're going to do some self-massage. So we'll start with the 4 fingers on each hand at your neck, right at the base of your skull. Start to press as deeply as feels comfortable for you. Massage little circles around here. And then you'll feel into areas that feel particularly tight or tense, or areas that you want to linger in. So once you've set yourself up here, and those 4 fingers pressing in to this area at the base of the skull, which can hold a lot of tension, and down into your neck, you can close your eyes back down again. Get lost in the feeling of creating a greater sense of opening and ease through these muscles, a little bit of relief through some self-massage. As you're ready, you can work your hands down your neck, down into your shoulders. If it helps to tip your head forward, please do that. Maybe to rock one ear to one shoulder, the other ear to the other shoulder. You can massage all the way down to your shoulder tips and then work your way back up. Again, pausing, lingering in any areas that really seem to be enjoying this massage. Once you've spent time moving your hands down, your shoulders come all the way back up your neck. Finish at the base of your skull. Got lots of people in the gardens today because it's so beautiful, which means there will be a lot of additional sounds. Just take it all in, ambient noise. And start to work your hands up into your hair, giving yourself a lovely head massage. And as you do that, instead of having those four fingers close together, like you may have done on your neck and shoulders, spread your hands wide, spread your fingers wide so you can really get in there. And ease any tension that you may be holding in your head. We don't know we're holding tension there until we attempt to give ourselves a little bit of a massage and notice how incredible it feels. Especially around the tops of your ears, the skull just above your ears and behind your ears. And then you may even move down to your jaw, release any tension out there. Whatever feels good for you. Close your eyes down and just move into a little bit of free-form massage for your last 5 breaths here. And as you are giving yourself this lovely restorative self-massage, I'd like to share my inspiration for today's class. And I want us to explore today the joy of discovery, self-discovery. And that means there'll be some time during class today for you to move in a way that feels intuitive and freeing to you. So don't be afraid of that, embrace it. We've been doing this class for a number of months now, and so you have a lot of different stretches and exercises or breath techniques that you know feel good to you. So when we have those windows of opportunity for free movement, self-led relaxing, let's say, know that you have all of those tools within you to draw on to take the best care of your body. So keep working, massaging head, neck, shoulders, or face. These words from John O'Donohue will shape our class today. May you feel life as an irresistible invitation to discover and develop your talents, each day bringing something new to birth. I'd really love for us to get creative and intuitive, that word there again, intuitive, in the way that we move through our class today. So keep that in mind, this joy of discovery, the rewarding sensation that comes with being creative. At the end of your last exhale, your next exhale, make that the last one, draw your hands down to your thighs and sit yourself up nice and tall. Stack your shoulders on tops of your hips, knees on tops of your ankles. And then we'll just take some little circles, half circles with the head, Circling in one direction, back in the other. And close your eyes down. If you feel so inclined, you can turn that half circle into a full circle. Only if it doesn't cause you any tension or tightness through your neck. Change directions if you're doing the full circle. And eventually draw your head back to center. You give your shoulders a circle, up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. One more time. And settle your shoulders down your back. Take your hands out wide, palms face up towards the sky. Widen your feet slightly so you have a nice wide base of support. As you breathe in, press your heart forward, squeeze your shoulder blades together. On the breath out, circle your palms back around so they will end up facing the sky once again, but you're rolling your shoulders in. You're internally rotating your shoulders. Press your heart to the back of your space. This is your exhale. And then the inhale, lifting your palms to the sky. Again, press your heart forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, circle the arms down and around, chin to chest. Inhale, open up, excuse me. And exhale, round on in. Twice more through, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Reach your arms up to the sky, parallel with the earth now, palms facing up. With your right fingertips, imagine someone was pulling that hand, reach all the way over to the right side of your space, and back to center. Inhale, reach the left hand long, back to center on the exhale. Inhale to the right, exhale center. And as you do this reaching movement, try and stay long through both sides of your torso. Inhale right, exhale center. Last time through, inhale left, exhale center. This time as you move towards the right, first reach all the way over, then drop your right hand down, catch a hold of the underside of your chair, sweep your left hand up and over to the right side. Breathe in, gaze up towards the sky, long full breath in and out. One more inhale. As you exhale, come back upright, two palms to the sky, arms in a T shape. Inhale, reach all the way over to the left, and then draw your left hand down, catch a hold of the underside of the chair. As you breathe in, sweep that right arm up and all the way over, right side, body stretch. Big breath in, long breath out. One more inhale. Your exhale this time will draw you all the way back to center, two hands down by your side. Heel toe your feet together. Now, option 2, cross your right knee over your left. If that isn't working for you, cross your right ankle over your left, or place your right foot in front of your left foot. I'm just working on drawing those hips in, setting the legs up nice and steady, and then taking a twist. Left hand to the outside of your right knee, wherever it may be. Right hand to the back of your chair. Breathe in, lift up. As you breathe out, take your twist. Pause here, full inhale. And an exhale. One more breath in. And breath out. Keep your torso exactly as it is. And simply now draw your right ear down to your right shoulder. So you're getting a stretch through the front, the left side of your neck, I should say. And then that twist is moving all the way down your spine. One more breath in. And breath out. All the way back to center. Set your feet side by side. A little bit of a gap between them. Wash your right knee in and then left knee in. Right and left. Right and left. Both knees out wide. Draw them together. wide, together. All right, heel toe your feet back together. If you can, cross your left knee over your right. If that's not accessible for you or not comfortable, left ankle over the right or left foot in front of your right. Okay, so find your variation, then right hand to the outside of your left knee, press into that hand, turn your torso around, hold on to the back of your chair in any way that feels comfortable to you with your left hand, and then your inhale is a press down of your sit bones, a lengthen up through your spine. On the exhale, deepen your twist. Inhale and exhale. One more time, breath in and breath out. Hold that twist with your torso. Lower your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Relax your right shoulder down. And feel the side stretch on the right side of your neck, along with the deep twist of your torso. All the way back to center as you breathe in. Give the shoulders a little bit of a shake out. Draw your arms up to a cactus shape. Spread your fingers brightly. Take a breath in here. On the breath out, draw your elbows, wrists, and palms together. Inhale, open up, press your heart forward. Exhale, close together. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. If it's too much with having the legs crossed, place your feet side by side. Exhale, close. One more time, breath in. And breath out. Wonderful. Draw your hands down to your legs. Float your feet down side by side. Let's pause and take a sip of water here. I'm getting a little bit of a breeze up here. I'm going to pop one of these rocks on my notebook page so I don't lose where I am. All right. Okay. Moving on. Set yourself up nice and tall in your chair. This is our home base, as always. And find that length through your spine. Roll the shoulders back. I'm going to do a combination of arm and leg movements. Okay, so as you breathe in, reach your arms to the sky. Lift your right knee up. If it's too much to lift up your right knee, come up onto the right toes and only lift the right heel. On the exhale, kick your right foot out in front of you. Take a twist to the right side with your arms. Inhale, knee to chest, arms high. Exhale, return. That is our flow. To the other side, breathe in, reach your left knee or left heel up. Breathe out, take your twist, kick. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, settle down. Right side, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, twist. Inhale, center. And exhale, release. Left side, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Release. Nice, everyone. Once more to each side. Whatever variation works for you. If you need to cut the kick out, please do so. Taking good care of your body always is our main focus. You can simply work on lifting the heel up, taking the twist, focusing more on your torso and less on the legs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Nice. Hands to your knees, rock back and forth, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. That's it. Feet out and in, out, in, out, and in. And then widen your feet so they're hip width distance apart, hands to your thighs. As you breathe in, press your heart forward. On the breath out, round, hands to your knees, chin to your chest. Inhale, open up, cat-cow, close the eyes down, let this movement and let your breath take you away. Three more breaths. As always, if it feels really good to be static at the end of range here for you, then always pause, stretch and breathe in a place that feels as if it needs it. Last cycle of breath in and breath out. Sit up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back and down. Wonderful. So this is our first opening into some individual free-form discovery time. You can continue to loosen up and work on your head, neck, shoulders, torso, as we have done. You can work on your legs a little bit, or you can just simply close your eyes down, breathe, or fold forward, fold your forearms down over your thighs and breathe. What do you need today? How can you creatively take the best care of your body possible? So tune in with your energy levels, the state of your physical body, the state of your mind. Does your energy feel heavy? If it does, maybe you need to shake out. If it already feels quite active, perhaps just sitting and breathing. The choice is yours. And just start to maybe even close your eyes down. Know that you're at home and no one's watching you anyway. And just move in a way that feels really intuitive. Move as if you are the only person in the world. I'm moving as if I was the only person in this garden, even though I can see about 10 people behind the camera. Maybe a stretch is calling you, free-form movement or breath. Get lost in the joy of discovering your body, moving in a way that feels really creative. It's all about getting to know ourselves that little bit more. What makes us feel good, what doesn't feel so good in the body. Now is the time to explore that and practice that. Enjoy the next 5 or so breaths, moving in a way that is unique to you. And when you've moved through your final few movements or taken your final few breaths, we'll all settle in stillness. Close the eyes down, hands on your lap. Just notice how you feel. Did that feel freeing, inspiring? Did it make you feel nervous or uncomfortable? Just stop and witness where you're at. May you feel life as an irresistible invitation to discover and develop your talents, each day bringing something new to birth. All right. Blink your eyes open. If you're standing for today's class, come to a standing position. If you're sitting, stay exactly as you are. If you're standing, just make sure you have your chair nearby. I'll show you what we're doing now without the chair in front of me so you can see me properly. So quite a wide stance. If you're seated, also take a really nice wide stance. We're doing 5 to 8, let's say 8 big sweeping breaths to wake up our whole body. Okay, so get a nice stance. Make sure you're really steady. If you're seated, same thing, feet wide. I'll show you seated first. If you're seated, feet nice and wide, and you're going to be reaching forward and up, circling your arms back and down. So it's quite energetic. This is the action, okay? And if you're standing, feet nice and wide, keep a little bit of a bend in your knees. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up. Let's all get started. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Last one. Was that 3 or 4? I'm not sure. Last one. stand up tall or sit up tall. Let your arms fall down by your side. Close your eyes down. Resist the temptation to adjust your clothing, your hair, your seat. And just feel into your body. Nice, everyone. All right, step your feet together. Hopefully the body's starting to feel a little more awake and enlivened. If you're seated, bring your second chair in front of you or move to a counter. We're taking a side body upper back stretch. Down in the chair, reach forward onto the back of your second chair or counter. If you're standing, you know this is my favorite. Walking back from the chair, quite a wide stance with the legs. Oops, hold on to the back of your chair and then let your chest sway down towards the earth. Breathe into your upper back. One more breath in. And a breath out. Wonderful, everyone. Ease your way back up. As always, pause when you get all the way upright, holding onto the back of your chair if you're standing. If you're seated, just take a moment, let your head catch up with the rest of your body. And then we'll come to our next exercise. Again, can be done standing or seated. It's an opportunity to encourage really deep breaths once again. So we'll call this star pose, okay? And in seated, star pose looks like this, okay? Or you can even go with a straight leg in seated, dig your heel into the earth, open wide, okay? So whatever, as always, whatever feels good in your body, okay? And for a standing position, our star is a step out and back in. If you're holding on to the back of the chair, hold on with one hand, step out with the opposite hand and leg. Okay? All right, so lots of big body movements here today. I will stay standing on a little bit of an angle so that you can see me doing this while holding onto the chair. So our inhale is going to be our star. As you inhale, step right hand, right leg out wide. As you exhale, feet and hands together. Inhale, left hand, left leg out wide. Exhale together. Right side. And back. Left. Back. Right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. We've got two more to each side. Time to be as expressive as possible. Reach that little bit more. And then holding onto the back of your chair or sitting down, softly gaze down towards your legs. Again, just feel into your body. How do I feel in this moment? So we're waking ourselves, our whole body up a little differently today. Often we do sun salutations. Today it's a little bit more freeform. All right. Good job, everyone. Let's pause for a quick sip of water. All right. Our next full body movement, breath of joy. We're all about finding joy in the discovery of a new way of being today. Starting to get a little bright here. Should have brought my sunglasses. And so this is breath of joy. Let's create a sense of joy and expansion through deep breath. So if you're sitting, feet out wide, get a nice steady center of gravity and base of support, nice wide base of support. And your breath of joy will be arms out wide, heart to the sky, head to the sky. Inhale there. Exhale, giving yourself a hug. Chin to chest. Inhale to open. Exhale, back in. Now, if you're doing this in standing, again, a hand on the back of the chair or the side of the chair is perfect. Find that wide stance once again. Little bend in the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl in. Give yourself a hug. One hand or two. Inhale, open. Exhale and curl. Inhale and exhale. Everyone join in if you haven't already. One hand, two hands. Doesn't really matter. What matters is you are extending yourself. You're taking very deep, full breaths. 3 more. 2. Last one. Stand all the way up or sit up, hands down by your side, feet together. Take a moment, close or soften the eyes down. Simply, if you're standing, you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes down. Again, how do I feel? Can you feel any tingling, waking up of your body? Do you feel any discomfort? How's the quality of your breath right now? And what about the state of your mind? Are these big sweeping movements getting you out of your head and into your body? That's what it's all about. Blink your eyes open as you're ready. Here is our next little window of opportunity for some free-form movement. If you're standing, if you love dancing, maybe you start dancing if that feels good to you. If you're sitting, again, any sort of free-flowing movements with your upper body. If you'd like to do some more structured sun salutations, folding forward, I might do a few of those, so you can join along with me. But otherwise, just close your eyes down and ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? And I know it's intimidating. You come to a class, you expect the teacher to lead you, and now I'm telling you to go off and do your own thing. But embrace it. Embrace it and know that you are the one that knows your body the best and what you need. All right, so we've got a minute or two to move in whatever way speaks to you. As I said, I'm going to do sun salutations, but I'll keep quiet so as not to disturb those moving in a more free-flowing way. So go ahead, either follow along with me or take it away. Breathe and move in a way that speaks to you. Last 5 or so breaths. Embrace them. Stillness is calling you. Know that that is a wonderful choice. We'll all meet in stillness, either standing or in a seated position. Close or softly gaze down to the earth. Again, feel into your body, your mind, your heart. I'm wondering, and maybe when you get a moment in the chat, you can quickly type what sort of movement or stillness or breath technique is inspiring you in these little windows of opportunity for your intuitive movement. I'd love to see what you're all coming up with. When I offer this in the yoga classes that I teach, obviously I can see all of my students, and it's so beautiful to watch. Not one person is doing the same thing. All right, everyone, pause for another sip of water. We're almost there to the point where we're sitting down and unwinding a little bit. But we have a little bit of balance work to do before then. Now, it can all be done in a seated position. It's just as important to work on your sitting balance as it is to work on your standing balance. So when we sit, it's all about, to be more steady, we widen our legs, we widen our feet to have a wider base of support in sitting and in standing. So in sitting, you can do everything that we're doing in standing. You're just working on it here. If you would like to challenge yourself a little bit, perhaps you hold on to the edges of your chair, lean forward, and pour more weight down into your legs with each variation that we do. Let's start sitting or standing by doing some heel lifts. So lifting the heels up, lowering back down. If you're doing this in standing, I definitely recommend a chair. Up and down. That's it. So just waking up our calf muscles now, the lower half of our leg, waking up all of the muscles, the ligaments around our ankles, which are so important for our standing balance. Let's do another 5. Time your breath with the movement. Inhale up, exhale down. 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, our first balance challenge. Again, have the chair in front of you if you're doing this standing up. In a seated position, we're going to start with the feet as close together as you can possibly make them. And then if you're standing, perhaps you float one hand off the chair or both hands off the chair. Stand up nice and tall. Steady your gaze on one point out in front of you. So the smaller our base of the support, the more we have to work to stay steady. You might feel like you're sort of swaying in the breeze a little bit here. That's absolutely perfect. It means all of the muscles, ligaments around our ankles and our feet, our lower legs are working really hard to keep you upright. If you're doing this in sitting, remember, lean forward if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more and just push that little bit more weight through your feet. It means you're working quite hard, actually. Now, if you're feeling pretty good here, let's try a tandem stance. One foot in front of the other as if you were walking on a tightrope. And if that feels like it's too much, perhaps one foot in front of the other, like you're on train tracks, okay? Again, you can do this in sitting, leaning forward, bringing more weight into the feet. If you're standing, perhaps you free one hand, maybe you free both, or maybe you free just a few fingers, so you're left holding on with just a finger or two. And there will be a lot of movement here. A little bit of wobbling. Again, embrace that. Steady your gaze on one point out in front of you. Come back to your breath. Resist getting caught up in any stories that may be circling through your mind about your performance right now. And just breathe. One more deep breath in. Long breath out. 2 feet together. March out your legs if you're standing. Same if you're sitting. And let's take it to the other side. Opposite foot in front. Create your tandem stance or your train track stance. Steady your gaze and breathe. For the Australian birds. That sounded like a cockatoo just now. I also saw some galahs this morning. I quite like galahs. They've got lovely pink feathers. Perhaps something for you to Google after class. All right. 2 feet together, march the legs out, sitting or standing. So nice, everyone. All right, one last shape before we start to relax. So if you're doing this in standing, it's going to be revolved triangle pose. So you'll take your chair, depending on how deep you would like to go into this. If you'd like to go very deep, have the front of your chair facing you. If that feels like too much, back of the chair, okay? And you'll find train track legs versus tightrope legs. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Pull both kneecaps up so your legs are working towards straight. Tip your torso forward, long through the side body, and draw some fingers or a whole hand down to your chair. Now, the hand that's down on your chair is going to be the opposite hand to your leg. So I've got right foot forward, left hand on the chair at the moment. And then you'll take your twist, reach your right hand all the way up to the sky. And think about, just as we were doing in tandem stance, you'll feel little wobbles with the feet and ankles. Ooh, excuse me. I always come in threes. You'll feel some wobbles in the feet and ankles, and that is okay. All right. Especially because you're adding extra strain by revolving your torso here. So find that steady point of focus. If you're doing this standing, if you're doing it seated, you'll take still 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, long side body, lean forward with that hand, opposite hand on the chair. So as I said, right foot forward, left hand on the chair, and then take your twist. Breathe into the front of your heart. Imagine your right shoulder blade sliding down your back body. One more breath in here. And a lovely breath out. Draw both hands down to the chair. 2 feet together. And then hold on to the side of your chair with your hands. Try and press your chest forward, lengthen through your spine. Inhale here. On the exhale, round through your spine. You can be doing this standing as well. You'll need a bend in your knees. So it's a different variation of cat-cow. A really good one to stretch through your upper back. All right, let's all do our second side. I'll do the second side standing, but if you're seated, you know what you need to do. Chair, I might do second side holding onto the back of the chair. So I've shown you all possible options. This time our left foot is forward, right foot is back. If you're standing, both legs are straight. If you're seated, you've got to bend in your knees, which is fine. Then right hand down onto the chair and take your twist. Left fingertips all the way up to the sky. Work to draw your left shoulder down your back. Breathe into the front of your heart. Enjoy that lovely twist. If you feel you could go a little deeper holding onto the back of the chair, you can always come down onto your forearm here, that middle ground before going onto the base of the chair. Here for one more inhale and an exhale. So good, everyone. 2 hands down, step your feet together, and let's all come down to a seat. Widen your feet, nice steady base. Dancing camel, our last expressive flowing arm movement exercise. 2 hands to the sky, deep breath in. As you breathe out, float your right hand all the way down. Inhale, reach that left hand high. As you exhale, sweep that left hand over to the right side, then skim the horizon. Left hand down, right hand to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to your left side, skim the horizon. Inhale, follow through with the left hand, lift it all the way up, lean back. That's it. Exhale, down and around. Inhale, up and away. Keep going just like that. Now, our final window of opportunity for some freeform movement. If you would like to add on or take away from this dancing camel, now is the time. If you'd like to turn it into something else, go ahead. Or if you would feel more supported by resting in stillness, then please do that. And as you're ready, over the next few breaths, slowly make your way to stillness. Finish up with whatever movement you were doing. Blink your eyes open if you close them down. Draw your feet together and then turn the soles of your feet towards one another. Hands to the insides of your knees. Lift your heart up. Press your knees wide. Big breath in. Long breath out. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Plant your left foot down on the earth. Take your right foot wide. Straighten that knee. Pull your toes to your chest. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Turn your heart towards the sky. And sweep your left hand up and over. One final side body stretch paired with a stretch for the back of your right leg. Come all the way back to center. Step your right foot in. Left foot out wide. Straighten that knee. Pull your toes back towards your face. Slide your left hand down your left leg. Revolve your heart to the sky on the right. And then right hand up and overhead. All the way back to center. Draw your left foot in. Cross your left ankle over your right. Out a hip stretch. Or bring your left ankle to a step or up to your right knee. Press that left knee away. Bow your torso forward. Keep the breath flowing. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Nice, everyone. All the way back up. Across to the other side. Right ankle over your left knee. Left shin or your left ankle or on a step. Bow your torso forward as you're ready and breathe. Come all the way back up. 2 feet together. We'll slide our hands all the way down the fronts of your legs. And wherever you find a place to rest that feels really supported, go ahead and stop there. Heavy your head down to the earth. If you would like to stay up with your forearms propped on your thighs, that's also a great option. Take a deep breath all the way down to your low ribs. Long breath out. And then as you're ready, let's come to our last little rest. A few moments of rest. Slide back in your chair. Relax your legs. If you have your cushions or blankets, or you'd like to lie down on your sofa or your bed, now is the time to get settled. Again, asking yourself, what do I need in this moment? Close your eyes down and breathe. And feel into your body the work that it's done during today's class. Notice if some areas now feel that little bit more alive, awake, open. If you've managed to shift any energy that you may have been holding on to in your body or in your mind. And then reflect on the times where you moved in a way that was true to you, or you sat, took breath in a way that was true to you, where you moved and existed just for yourself. Notice how that made you feel. Reflect perhaps on how you can incorporate more of that in your day. May you feel life as an irresistible invitation to discover and develop your talents, each day bringing something new to birth. A few more quiet breaths. At the end of your next exhale, start to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Bring your fingers and your thumbs, your hands up to your face and start to pitter-patter along your face, waking your face up. And then when you feel ready, blink your eyes open. Had a lot of air traffic today during class. I hope it hasn't taken away from you feeling into the peace that these gardens offer. Relax your hands down into your thighs. Sit yourself up nice and tall. One more deep breath in. Let's make it one more big, vibrant movement. Inhale, hands wide and high. Exhale, throw your hands back behind you, bow your torso down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let your hands float all the way down to rest in your lap. And that's the end of another one of our classes. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed our Australian native background and the sounds of the birds around us, along with all the other sounds. Such a joy to share this class with you every week. I'll continue to find new and exciting nooks for you in the botanical gardens. And I hope you keep coming along to class every Sunday morning. It's a real pleasure to share it with you. So have a great week. Enjoy all of the classes on offer. And I look forward to rounding out your week, preparing you for the week ahead next Sunday. All right. Bye, everyone. Take care.